She banned me from her wedding, then he dumped her. My little sister Melissa has always been the favorite, always. She got the new car in high school while I drove mom's beat-up Civic with a broken AC. Mom helped pay for her college, but when it was my turn, I was pulling doubles at Target and a coffee shop just to afford rent. At some point, I stopped being angry about it. I just accepted my role. So when Melissa got engaged to Liam, Mr. Perfect Job, perfect teeth, perfect everything, I was genuinely happy for her. I met him a few times, maybe 4 in total. We barely talked. He seemed polite enough, if not a little stiff. I'm not exactly the social butterfly of the family. I'm the one who cleans up after dinner while everyone else keeps drinking wine. A few months before the wedding, Melissa asked me to help plan her bridal shower. She was overwhelmed, she said, and needed someone organized. I said sure. I even bought new highlighters and a notebook. I wanted to do it right. We agreed to meet at this little cafe inside the library near my apartment. I got there early, ready to plan flower colors and party favors. But when the door opened, it wasn't Melissa. It was Liam. He looked nervous, pale, like he wanted to throw up. I thought maybe Melissa sent him to drop something off, but he sat down across from me. He kept glancing at the door like he was expecting her to walk in. Then he said it. I can't marry your sister. I think I have feelings for you. I literally froze. My brain short-circuited. Then I said as calmly as I could, you need to leave, Liam, and figure out whatever this is on your own time. I want no part of it. He stammered out an apology. 3, actually, and left. I sat there for a minute, finished my coffee, and went home. I didn't tell anyone. I figured it was wedding jitters, cold feet, temporary insanity, whatever. I decided right there I was done helping. I'd show up to the wedding, smile, eat cake, and leave. But Melissa noticed I was distant. A few days later, she called, furious. Accused me of ignoring her, missing florist meetings, not replying to her texts. Then she said, Liam told me you were rude to him at the library. I didn't want drama, but I also wasn't about to let her think I was some psycho who yelled at her fiancé for no reason. So I told her exactly what happened, that he came to the library alone, that he said he had feelings for me, that I shut it down. She went completely silent for about 10 seconds. Then she hung up. The next morning, I got an email from her wedding planner. Subject line, guest list update. My name was crossed out. I wasn't invited. That's how I found out my own sister banned me from her wedding. Then the family group chat exploded. My mom texted that I was jealous. My aunt said I was always a little competitive. Melissa told everyone I tried to steal her fiancé, that I'd been flirting with him for months. Nobody asked for my side. Nobody. So I stayed quiet. There's no point arguing with people who already chose their villain. 3 weeks later, I was closing up at the bookstore where I work part-time when Liam walked in. I saw him through the window and thought about locking the door, but before I could, he was inside. He looked awful, like he hadn't slept in days. I told her the truth, he said quietly. I admitted everything, that I was the one who said it, that you shut me down immediately. I stared at him. And? She still blamed you, he said, voice breaking. Said you must have done something to make me feel that way, that you manipulate people with your quietness. He gave a hollow laugh. I don't even know what that means. Then he looked at me and said, I called off the wedding. My head snapped up. You what? I can't marry someone who throws her own sister under the bus just to protect her ego, he said. She lied to everyone. She knew the truth and still made you the villain. I didn't know whether to feel angry, relieved, or just exhausted. Probably all 3. He didn't ask me out, didn't make it weird. He just said, I'm sorry, and left. That night, my phone blew up. 27 texts from Melissa. Most were panic. Call me. Fix this. He won't answer me. All blaming me. The last one just said, please. I didn't respond. I turned my phone off and went to bed. The next morning, mom called, screaming that I'd ruined Melissa's life, that I should have kept my mouth shut. I hung up mid-rant. A week later, Dad, who usually stays out of everything, texted me. You okay? It was the first time anyone had asked me that. I told him, yeah, I'm okay. And for the first time in years, I actually meant it.